Today we're talking all about short films and why my channel is called Red Alert. Welcome guys to the Red Alert Q&A. This week we have about 9 or 10 questions and I'm going to try and go right through them so we can finish all the questions. But before we do that, if you want to ask me a question, please leave it in the comments down on this video. I'm always looking for more questions, and leave it with the hashtag #RAQA. That way I can filter out normal comments. Don't use the hashtag to attach it to a request, because while looking for questions for this Q&A, I found quite a few request or orientated comments but had the hashtag, so those are going to be automatically discarded. So if you don't see a question here and you're wondering why, it's probably because you put a request instead of a question. So yeah, don't do that. Anyway, let's get going with the first question, which comes from Pure SGV. Once again, he asked, what do you want to get out of YouTube? Example, popularity, money, or to entertain others? It's a deep question. What do I want from YouTube? Well, I started this channel so I could make the content that I always wanted to find. When I started using HitFilm, I noticed there wasn't, well, when I started using it back then, there wasn't many tutorials out for it. So I always knew that I wanted to do VFX tutorials at one point, but the reason I did HitFilm and the reason I'm doing my channel is, well, my channel is basically orientated around low budget, around doing everything indie. It's a nice breeze outside, off topic. That's what I want to get out of YouTube. I want to get content that people can watch, that I would want to watch. So entertain, educate, and just help. I want my channel to be a place where when you come to my channel for VFX, no matter what it is, there'll be a library of tutorials there for you to find whatever you need to do. If you want to change the color of your eye, you can find it. By the way, that's coming up soon. If you want to find how to do a muzzle flash, you can find it there. If you want to do an explosion, you can find it. Fire, you can find it. It's like almost like a library. So that's what I want. I don't really care much for popularity. Walking in the street and people recognizing you is not, I mean, that'd be cool, but it's not. And money, unless you're, as I said before, unless you have views that's in the hundreds of thousands or even millions of views, and you have well over 100,000 subscribers, I don't think you'll be able to do YouTube full-time. That's my personal opinion. At the rate you're getting, unless you have a full back sponsor or network or something, which I don't have, so money is not really my thing. Moving on to the next one, we have I don't know. What is your background in regards to editing? For example, what caught your interest in learning how to edit, and how did you learn, etc.? What caught my interest for editing and was, it's actually the same as my how I got into filmmaking, but a bit different. I had a project back, I don't know, a few years ago actually. I got a project for school to create a silent short film, and I used Windows Movie Maker to edit that short film. It was about 2 or 3 minutes long. No, I'm not going to show it. But anyway, that sort of caught my interest for editing, and I started enjoying it, and I liked the way everything just fit together and came together in a nice little piece. So I just started repeating that over and over, and when I started getting into more deeper, I started looking into YouTube for tutorials. The main ones that really taught me everything I know, mainly about most of what I know about VFX, the ones that introduced me to After Effects and to all compositing 3D software, was Film Riot, and those guys were basically the best teachers I could have asked for. When I went to, then I started watching Low Notcher Films, Grant. His tutorials also really helped me quite a bit, and for more of the advanced stuff, I really like Video Copilot's tutorials and Kramer. So those are basically some of my sources that I enjoyed the most watching, and the ones that taught me the most. Okay, next up we have Pevanash Tamil Selvan. Yeah. Are you Indian? You look like an Indian. Hi, I'm from Malaysia. I'm trying all the effects to teach us. It's cool. Well, you should try effects. It's really cool. Are you Indian? I keep getting this question curiously, even though someone asked before, where do I live? And I said, South Africa. So, are you Indian? If you're talking about Indian as in live in India, no, I don't. I'm born in South Africa, lived here all my life. I'm thoroughly South African. But if you're talking about the roots, like great grandfather, then yeah, that is Indian in that way. So, whereas like generations and generations in the past, my roots do lie in India, not like the UK or something. So that's how I'm Indian, but I'm South African. Okay, next one comes from Brocklio. What is your favorite YouTuber? I answered this in the last one. If I just pull up my, I'll do it again. I don't mind doing it again. Some of the YouTubers that I'm subscribed to, what? Come on. Okay, I have no connection outside here. So I don't have one favorite YouTuber. I mentioned Film Riot, I mentioned Grant, from Loan Out Your Films. Some other ones that I watch. Jeez, I can't remember anything now. What do I watch? You know what I'm gonna do? I can't remember for the life of me. I can't remember. So I'm just gonna roll the clip from the previous Q&A. Here it is. I really enjoyed the movie review. I love movie reviews like Chris Tuckman, or the only two I watch are Chris Tuckman and the Flick Pick, because those are the only two I really find entertaining. Some of the others I just find to be like quite bland, but in my opinion. Casey Neistat is really fun sometimes. I also watch Film Riot and the other show, Radiant Comics. Those guys are also really good, really well produced shows. I try to keep up to date with the Rocket Jump, although they don't post much nowadays. Screen Junkies, big fan of, also Screen Junkies. Some of the most random ones are like Comedy Shorts Gamer and I don't know. That's basically it. I'm just looking for nothing now. Bob Stevenson asked, what is your favorite thing about making YouTube videos? Also, do you get notified when someone posts a comment specifically with the hashtag #Q&A, or do you just scroll through comments and see which ones have the #Q&A? Yeah, I just scroll through the comments and find which ones have the Q&A because it's highlighted in blue, so it's easy to see. And because there's quite a few comments on videos nowadays, so nothing to be complaining about. I love that, but so it's easy to see when you see the hashtag and it's highlighted blue, so it's easy for me to notice where it is, so I can take note of the question. What is your favorite thing about making YouTube videos? Rendering it out, because I know all the editing's done. Yeah, it gets really taxing after a while when you have to make a YouTube video every week. My favorite part about making YouTube videos is literally just the response. Not literally, virtually just the response. I enjoy every single aspect, from the pre-production to the production to the post-production. I enjoy every aspect of it. I love seeing everything come together as one, especially because if I explained in the previous Q&A, I make them in segments. I don't just sit down and make one whole episode. I make like, maybe I'll do the narration one day, the next day I'll do the skit, the next day I'll do the effect, the tutorial, the capture, and then eventually everything gets edited together on a certain day. So the comments and seeing you guys' responses to it, that's probably the best part about it. I just love the community aspect of it. The fact that I can help you guys or help people that want to understand more about it, to ask me questions, send me emails. I mean, I just got an Instagram post earlier on, an Instagram message for someone asking me to help them out with something, which is just, that's what I wanted from YouTube from the start, and now that I have it, I couldn't be happier. Okay, next one. Team Nova asked, why do you call your channel Red Alert? I knew this was coming, okay? I knew this question was going to get asked, and it's a really embarrassing story, so let me quickly explain it to you. Basically, when I first started this channel, it was called TV Live. Yes, it's a lame name, I know. Basically, what I wanted to do was basically do just TV episode reviews for Arrow, The Flash, and Suits and stuff like that. I wanted to do TV reviews and do top 10 lists and do, you know, basically an average thing that no one really likes. Well, some people do like it. And I called it TV Live, and I made all the channel art and everything, and I asked a friend of mine, hey, what do you think about this? And he said, well, the idea sucks, so change the name. So I thought, what do you think when you see news and it's like Red Alert, you know, Red Alert news? It's basically like a whole bunch of hyperbole thrown into one name, but that's basically how I called Red Alert. I love the name. I wouldn't have any other name. It just happened. I think it was fate, guys. It was probably fate. I'm gonna go with fate. Okay, there's just 2 more questions left. Joni or Yoni, I forgot again. I'm so sorry, dude. Just let me know in the comments and I won't forget again. I promise you. It's either Joni or Yoni. Nice. What one question? Hashtag #Q&A. Will there be another short film? And do you like Windows 10? That's 2 questions, Joni. That's 2. I can only answer 1 now, though. I'm joking. I'll answer both. Will there be another short film? I like to make 1 short film per year. Whether I post it or not is, well, I like to make 1 short film that I post every year. I make a few other small ones, but that's not really things that I post. But I like to make 1 short film a year. So last year I made Fragments, so this year there will be a short film, and I'm actually going to enter it into the My Road Reel competition, which is a really cool competition that you can win lots of free stuff, and sometimes they even give you free stuff just for participating in the competition, so definitely check it out. I'll actually leave the link to the website down below. It's just started up, and I think the deadline is June 30th, so I'll be making a short film for that, and I'll be posting it on the channel as well as behind the scenes, all that good stuff. Maybe even link it up with the Film Academy episode, who knows. And do you like Windows 10? Unfortunately not. I don't like Windows 10. I find Windows 10 to be a very opinionated thing. So if you like it, you like it. If you don't like it, you don't like it. I've always been on Windows 7, and when Windows 8 came out, I thought about upgrading. I looked at it, I studied it, I watched a whole bunch of different videos on it, and I thought Windows 8 was not worth upgrading at all. I didn't like it. It was glitchy. I didn't like the interface. Windows 10 came out, I found the same problems. I just found that they were trying to incorporate Windows 8 into a Windows 7 type of system, and I just prefer Windows 7 because it's smooth, never gives me any problems. I don't see why I should update. Even if I get a new computer or PC or something eventually, I probably will ask them to put on Windows 7 and take 10 off because I don't like 10. That's just a personal opinion. Next one, and the last one, comes from Sarcastic Tutor, who asked, what is your nationality? Guys, this is the third time. I'm South African, born and raised in South Africa, nowhere else. You know what, leave in the comments where you want me to be born, because asking the same question like 3 times isn't going to get a different answer. That is the Q&A for this week. I hope you guys enjoyed this episode. I hope you guys have gotten more insight about me. If you want to ask a question for the next Q&A, please leave it in the comments down below with the hashtag #RTQA. Anything and everything goes down below. And I will see you guys in the next video.